Panasonic going to have a grand opening ceremony for their brand new $4 billion electric vehicle battery plant. This is years in the making. The plant is bringing jobs, growth, development to DeSoto. They've also been given a lot of tax incentives to build this. Kansas agreed to $829 million in incentives. That's in addition to the billions of dollars in federal tax incentives the plant is receiving. So that's why this morning we are live at the plant as they get ready for this grand opening that we have been covering for a long time leading up to this day. Taylor Hemnitz is there this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, Lindsay, good morning. No matter where you live across the Kansas City area, whether your hometown is larger or smaller than the city of DeSoto, I want you to try and imagine for a moment dropping a facility this size in your hometown and just try to picture what the impact of that would be. If you live nowhere close to DeSoto, you may be kind of out of sight, out of mind on this. You shouldn't be. The impact of this is going to be far reaching, so much so that we can't really even kind of forecast it exactly just yet. This is a massive, massive facility. Lots of work already being done on it this morning. We found out actually this morning production has already begun. We thought it was going to be a couple of weeks away from the grand opening, but production began last week. So they are up and running here in DeSoto with big plans for moving forward. Let's talk about some of the specifics about this that you need to know on this grand opening day. The plant was announced 3 years ago. It's been a long time in the making, 2022, with promises to bring about 4,000 jobs to this area and costing billions of dollars to build. The city says sales tax revenue has increased by 100% since 3 years ago whenever they announced the opening, and they attribute all that to Panasonic construction activity. Now, all that said, there is a lot of tax incentive money being poured into this. Panasonic could earn upwards of $6.5 billion in federal tax incentives from the Inflation Reduction Act. That's in addition to Kansas's total Apex investment of $829+ million. They approved that Apex investment program 3 years ago during this announcement as well. There's a lot of money being poured in to make this facility go. Now, DeSoto has seen more businesses and housing as well since construction got started. JT Grill owner Scott Hill says he's planning to expand his restaurant just because of all the new business he's already seeing.
About 3 or 4 years ago, I think we hit our revenue peak as far as what we could do. And then once the Panasonic plant got underway, we saw a big influx.
So that's one example, but not the only one. Lindsay Waller co-owns Force of Nature Brewing. She tells us she's also talked about ideas for expanding the location and reach of her business.
DeSoto knows they're growing. They've been looking forward to it for a long time, and I think it fits the narrative of DeSoto being brave and bold.
So this has been live coverage all throughout this morning. We will have more live coverage coming up in just over an hour's time at 8 a.m. when the grand opening ceremony takes place. We do expect some dignitaries to be here for that as well, potentially, so we look forward to that. You can watch that. We'll be streaming that on KSHB.com starting at 8 a.m. You can also find all of our coverage that we have done leading up to this, and there's been a lot of it, by scanning this QR code that will take you to our Powering Change section of KSHB.com. That will have all the impacts that we've talked about already on the local economy, traffic changes, lots to happen whenever you drop a plant this size into a city this size, and we're looking forward to continuing to cover what's going to happen in the days and weeks and months and years to come once this plant is fully in operation, and just see exactly what that impact will look like, potentially for good or for bad. Lindsay, back to you.
Yeah, big day in DeSoto. We are not done covering it just yet. Taylor, thank you very much.